Hi, you're watching Asean Now, and this is the weekly wrap, where we round up the latest and most interesting news in ASEAN for you. First up, we head to Singapore, where the ruling party secured a strong mandate on Friday in the city-state's most hotly contested polls. The People's Action Party won 69.9% of the vote and now holds 83 of the 89 seats in an expanded parliament. This is a rousing comeback from the PAP's worst ever showing in 2011, where it won only 60.1% of the vote. Opposition parties had hoped to challenge the PAP's political domination and contested in all seats for the first time since independence in 1965. Opposition rallies during the campaign saw large crowds in which candidates from 8 parties focused on basic issues of jobs, healthcare and housing. However, the Opposition Workers' Party only won 6 seats, less than the 7 it held in the outgoing parliament. Initial reports suggest that Singapore's swing to the PAP was likely because voters stuck to a tried and tested brand in the face of economic uncertainty and regional insecurities. Since the 2011 election, the government had also taken steps to introduce new policies to help middle and lower class voters. These include the launch of a multi-billion-dollar healthcare insurance program for the elderly, several rounds of property cooling measures, curbing the flow of foreign workers, and improving public transport. It is also said that the PAP's decisive victory was favoured by lingering sentiment from the death of founding Premier Lee Kuan Yew in March and the Jubilee Year celebrations. Over in Indonesia, thousands are sick from the worsening haze. The blanket of smoke has caused flight delays and unhealthy air levels in neighbouring Singapore and Malaysia. The Indonesian government will now send more than 10,000 soldiers to fight land fires in the South Sumatra province. Local authorities in many parts of the country, particularly Sumatra and Kalimantan, have struggled to put out massive land and forest fires over the past few months. The smoky haze is caused by slash and burn clearances on the islands of Sumatra and Borneo. Large areas of forest concessions there are held by pulp, paper and palm oil companies. In response to escalating pressure from the public, the Indonesian government also announced that it would freeze or revoke the permits of concession holders with burnt land. They also warned that the El Nino weather phenomenon, which is expected to last until October, would result in an extended dry spell and more forest fires. Though Indonesia has previously vowed to end the seasonal fires, they have failed to stop the annual haze hazard each time. We hope their troops can help to contain the fires and clear the skies once more. Until then, please minimize your exposure to the haze and consult a doctor if you feel unwell. In Thailand, a return to democracy has been delayed after the junta-backed National Reform Council shot down the draft of the country's 20th constitution. A simple majority of 124 yes votes were needed to pass it on Sunday. However, only 105 NRC members voted for the constitution submitted by their own drafting committee. Most of the 135 who rejected it were members of the military, police, and politicians, while 7 members abstained from voting. Many had criticized the proposal as undemocratic. The draft had included the establishment of a committee comprised of appointed experts and the commanders of the Army, Navy, Air Force, and National Police. This committee would have been legally allowed to intervene in the country's politics at any time. Ahead of the vote, activists protested the draft charter with a Kuat Nam Kuam Kan ceremony, where water is poured over the object of contempt. The decision means that there would be no referendum, initially set for January next year. The Thai general election has also been delayed, prolonging military rule until 2017 at least. The National Council for Peace and Order will have to set up a new charter drafting team by October 6. The new panel of 21 members will be appointed within 30 days, and it will take 180 days to complete the draft. Thailand is currently using a 2014 interim constitution drafted by the current military junta. That's all for this week. Don't forget to comment in the comment section below and stay tuned next week for a fresh dose of the region's news. This is Michelle Tam with the weekly wrap for ASEAN Now. Thank you for watching.